white sequin because he's ready to sparkle tonight. He weighed in at a terrific 146.6 pounds, his professional record in his young career. 6 victories, 6 knockouts, 1 loss. He's homegrown and Philly's own. Here's Kadir Savage C4 Albright. Eric Dolly with the final instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, you already know the rules. Let me remind you to keep it clean, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Good luck to both of you.
6th-round welterweight bout. Kadir Albright, 6-1-6 knockouts. He's in the, I guess, bluish and blue waist. David Thomas, 6'5" and 1-2 knockouts out of Orange, Texas. He's in the black and red. Mark Abrams ringside here at the 23rd Arena along with McKenna Tansley, and we are underway with our 6th-round welterweight bout. And Albright has a jab that drives Thomas back.
It'll be interesting to see what Albright does out early here. I was watching a past interview and he said from his loss he learned he needs to slow down a little bit and not go for the knockout. So
Kennan mentions the loss. His last outing stopped in 5 by Roberto Gomez on October the 1st right here at the 2300 Arena. See Albright using his big height advantage. Got at least, it says 4 inches in the program, but he looks even bigger. Right and a left from Albright. What do you see early, McKenna?
you know, he's landing some clean punches, but he's not going too hard in there. Thomas is definitely pushing forward and showing that, you know, he's a true competitor and he's not going to go out easy.
Thomas in his last outing was stopped in the first round by Elias Diaz on February the 10th in Ontario, California. Left from Albright. Another left to the body and a right to the body.
Thomas has fought some notable fighters too as well, so it's not like it's only...
Brian Sabalo, who's the undefeated former New York Gloves Golden Glove champion. New York Golden Gloves champion. Ivan Baranchek stopped him in 2 back in 2015. Probably the 2 biggest names on the resume of David Thomas.
Yeah, the Brian Cabello was a big one, fighting on the Triple G Canelo 2 undercard, so that was a huge stage for him to be on.
Good uppercut on the inside from Albright.
He throws that right hand nice. It's a little bit wide. It'd be nice to see him go straight with it and see what it can do.
Thomas trying to get in the kitchen of Albright. Albright doing a good job for the most part, keeping him off with the jab and some long right hands. Albright being trained by Bozy Ennis for this fight. Good right hand from Albright. Thomas comes back and a good right hand from Thomas gets in. Good uppercut again from Albright. Back to the body, the left hand, right to the head. Thomas trying to work the body himself. For the first time tonight, we hear the end of round 1. Good left to the body again from Albright to finish the round. We heard takeaways there from the first round, McKenna.
You know, I think it was a good feeling out round. Albright definitely had the advantage. Thomas definitely showed that he's not going to go out easy, though. So I'd like to see a little bit more action, a little bit more power throwing from Albright.
I think it was a just good first round to get back to do some things. Obviously, the fight in October was a very disappointing defeat for Nahir Albright. You know, he took it hard, and he says he can get back on the horse, and he's as confident as ever coming into the fight tonight. And when we were talking to him in the locker room before the fight, he was very relaxed in there and very confident.
Absolutely, it's good to see the loss didn't shake him, and he's here to show that he's still a top prospect.
Yeah, still just 23 years old is Kadir Albright. His cousin Nahir was here tonight. Nayir's got a big fight coming up.
He's doing a good job tying up. I'd like to see a little bit more action off that tie-up, though. Maybe push him off and throw.
Thomas getting some work done here on the inside. Good left to the body by each guy.
Yeah, neither one's afraid to stand on the pocket and throw some punches.
Albright landed a couple really nice uppercuts on the inside. Right on cue there, lands one.
Albright's doing a good job, too, varying up his punches, you know, doing the head and the body, not just head hunting.
Would you like to Albright step back maybe a little bit to create some room for himself?
Either step back or push him back a little bit. He's starting to choke up a little bit.
Choke up, that's a baseball term. There's a left to the body from Albright. Another right to the body. Both guys, good right hand from Thomas gets in. And another right on the inside.
Yeah, Albright's doing a good job, but he's definitely letting Thomas get back in this. He needs to keep using his reach like he was in the first round.
Thomas is a veteran. He's been fighting professionally for about 11 years now. So maybe he knows about, what Albright went through in his last fight and trying to take a page out of Roberto Gomez's book and trying to pressure. Albright, right.
That's a big uppercut that landed.
I think the mouthpiece go flying, or was that just some spit?
It must just be some split. They haven't stopped it quite yet, but... toe-to-toe action in this one.
Albright lands a left, but Thomas has been pretty relentless, especially here in round 2. I think he may have seen you fight, the way you fight on the inside, McKenna.
Yeah, it's definitely the same sort of action as me and Salinas were.
McKenna referring to her championship victory over Amy Salinas about a month or so ago. Has it been?
It has been.
Good right from...
I'd like to see Albright try push Thomas back a little bit more, but...
Seems like he just wants to sit there and trade punches right from Thomas again. Good round 2, heavy action here.
It is giving the crowd something to watch over these first round knockouts.
Round card girls are finally earning their money an hour into the program. Mark Abrams, that's McKenna Tansley, and so far it's a good fight, good entertaining scrap here at our third fight of the night.
It is. Both these boys came out to show some action tonight. That last round, we saw them go toe-to-toe for the entire round, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in round 3.
And what I was going to say is Thomas, on paper, he's come off a first-round knockout defeat. Maybe it looked like an easy get-back win for Albright. I think... I'm not saying Albright took him lightly, but I think he's provided a lot more resistance here.
Absolutely. And like I said from the beginning, it's not like Thomas hasn't fought some notable fighters. He's got a big resume build-up. So I'd like to see Albright do a little bit more, use his reach, because I found him to be more successful in the first round.
Just like he's starting out here in round 3. If the fighting or broadcasting thing don't work out, we'll get you to be a trainer.
Be well-rounded by the end of it.
So stick to your day job as a fighter. You're doing pretty good at that right now.
I like to think so.
So now we see Albright on his toes, and I think Bozy Ennis and McKenna Tansley had the same thing in mind, tell him to kind of keep the fight at a distance and try not to let Thomas get in.
Yeah, he's got to stick to fighting his own game instead of letting Thomas fight his.
And Thomas somehow worked his way, as they like to say, worked his way on the front door. Good uppercut by Albright.
Those uppercuts have been landing all night for him. I think that's going to be a punch that could be detrimental to the fight.
Landed, like you said, a couple good ones, two or three in particular that kind of drew a couple oohs and ahs from the crowd. But here we go. Thomas is in there, and he's able to work and get some positive things done here.
No, I think the way Thomas leaves his head down a little bit really leaves him susceptible to that uppercut.
Two guys are trading punches here in South Philly tonight. Good left and a right to the body from Albright.
Some blood on Thomas's face now.
Good right from Albright and an uppercut misses. Left hook. Good left hook again from Albright. I mean, Thomas is getting in there, but I think he's getting in like a little bit more slower now.
He is, yeah. He definitely seems like he slowed down a bit. Some of those big punches are starting to take their toll.
I mean, let me ask you this. Could be a combination of the big punches, his own output, because he's working hard. He lands a right hook, and the body work of Albright. Good straight jab there.
Absolutely. His style, definitely, though. I mean, it's going to be a good test for Albright. Somebody who pushes forward like that, it's a tough pace to keep the entire fight, even as the opponent.
Albright just did a nice veteran move. The referee, Eric Dolly, didn't see. He kind of shouldered him off, kind of pushed him with his shoulder.
I'd like to see what Albright just did right there, working some of those angles. I think if he sidesteps.
Thomas is hurt with some hard uppercuts right to the body. Quadir Albright putting it up now on David Thomas.
He has Thomas hurt, but we're close to the end of this round. Can he make it?
And you can see the blood coming from, I believe, under the left eye of David Thomas. Probably a product of those uppercuts.
Yeah, there looks to be a lot of swelling. There you go. Quadir Albright has his swagger back.
Trying to get a Dance with the Stars referencing, but I don't know if that. I don't know if we can vote on that. So Quadir Albright starting now to slow down and batter David Thomas.
Yeah, you know, he knows he has him hurt, so I'm interested to see how he comes out this round. Even the way he went back to the corner, I think we'll see a little bit more of a flashy Quadir Albright.
See Danny Davis working on the cut of David Thomas. So let's see if Quadir Albright can capitalize and keep the momentum going that he really started at the end of round 3 as we start round 4. David Thomas starts off, pretty frenetically. David Thomas, who told us he's an actor. He's going to be in a show called Hyde Park Crenshaw on Tubi TV. You already put that on the DVR, right?
Save that one for later. He was also in an episode of Criminal Minds.
Yeah. So a well-rounded guy. Uppercut on the inside, another uppercut, right hand from Albright. Good left hook.
I will say, even though Thomas was hurt, he still is relentless out there.
Yeah, that minute so far looked like it did him some good.
You know, it is good to see Albright being patient, though, not throwing all the punches to the haymakers to see if he can get that knockout, really just letting it happen if it's going to happen.
Left to the body from Albright. Albright, again, right to the body, right uppercut.
He knows that uppercut's landing. He's looking for it. It's a big punch for him. If he can follow it up with a hook, he might have something.
Good right from Albright. There's a left to the head from Thomas. Thomas is he's hanging around. Albright again has 6 knockouts and 6 wins. Left hook from Thomas. Good combination from Albright. It's turning into a grueling fight for Thomas and Albright.
It is. You can see the sweat dropping off those boys. It's a tough style for Albright to fight.
Well, there's a good right hand from Thomas.
Those fighters that push forward the whole time, it definitely brings a lot of energy output from both sides.
Thomas had not stopped anyone since 2016. We had the end of round 4, scheduled for 6. Quadir Albright and David Thomas, Philadelphia. It's been a pretty good test for Quadir Albright in his return to the ring after about a 6-month absence.
It has been. You know, it's nice to see him have a tougher opponent after showing that he's still here to take the hard fights and he's not looking for any walkover wins.
And Thomas, like, you know, we said on paper, but he's a veteran guy in there, 34 years old, 12-year veteran.
That right eye looks quite swollen on Thomas, so we'll see if that starts to impact the fight in these later rounds.
Round number 5, scheduled for 6. A little tape loose. Quadir Albright. Referee Eric Dolly does the quick fix. We're back to action. Trading shots on the inside. Here comes Thomas landing some shots to the body.
Yeah, Thomas came out revived again. He's going hard in there.
More body work from Thomas. Thomas is just living down in the body of, and now some shots to the head. Right over the top from David Thomas.
He's really starting to come back, breaking down some shots on Quadir Albright.
You see a little momentum shifting here in round 5, left on the inside.
Quadir needs to take a step back, use that reach again for a minute, get himself comfortable in this round, take that away from Thomas.
So that's what Albright should be doing, fighting this from the outside. And there's, you know, Thomas's only hope is to get inside and do what he's been doing on the inside. Big shot from Thomas again from distance. What just misses from Albright.
Albright recognizing that, and now he's fighting a bit more his game on the outside.
There's a right from Thomas. I don't know if it's the body work from Thomas, but I don't know if some of the oomph has kind of left Albright's punches. Have you noticed that a little bit, McKenna?
You know, it looks like he is wearing down. I don't know if it's, like you said, some of that body work or just that tough pressure style that he's been fighting for these 5 rounds. It looks like it's slowing Albright down.
The left from Thomas gets through. Right to the body from Albright. Albright, who is an accomplished amateur boxer, was 66-18. He won all the regional and local tournaments. Good right from Albright.
Albright doing a good job sticking and moving now. I think he said enough is enough on the inside.
Again, some tape coming loose. Come the end of round 5. Scheduled for 6 rounds. Quadir Albright. David Thomas here at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Good right bell for Quadir Albright. 5 rounds in the books. Mark Ames, McKenna Tansley, setting up for an interesting round 6. The first half of that round 5, David Thomas seemed to have the number of Quadir Albright and got himself back into the fight.
He definitely did. I think he came out stronger in that 5th round than Quadir did, but Quadir made some good adjustments near the back end of that, started punching and fighting from the outside, so if he can do that again in the 6th round, I think Quadir will see a win.
We've seen Thomas, coming with a lot of force, through the first 5 rounds. Though the fight can be in the balance down round 6. Let's see what he has left to kind of even take it up one more notch.
Absolutely, he showed in the 5th round. If he gets that right punch, he might have a fight for himself.
Albright showing some emotion, saying he's ready for round 6. Albright landing some shots from the outside. And here comes Thomas.
It's nice to see Albright say this is his game, kind of stay on that outside. He knows that's where he's been successful tonight.
Uppercut and a left from Albright. Again, the uppercut. If Albright is successful and gets his hand raised tonight, I think 2 things he can thank. He can thank his boxing from the outside and that right uppercut.
Yeah, that right uppercut has been the game-changing punch for him. I definitely think that's what's hurt Thomas, and he's done a good job recognizing Thomas keeps his head down and he can land that big.
There's a really nice body punch there. And now Albright's being real physical on the inside, something he really hasn't done much of. And now he's starting to break down Thomas with a hard right uppercut again.
I think this 6th round, Quadir Albright just found himself again.
Quadir Albright, another uppercut and a right hand.
He wants that KO, you can see it.
Hard right, and another right.
There
This
you
fight
go.
stopped. Quadir Albright gets the 6th round stoppage over David Thomas. That was, I think, a very good thing for Albright in the sense that he gets the win. He showed he could, take some adversity, and he got the knockout.
Absolutely. He got the rounds, which he needed. He slowed down. He didn't look for the knockout right off the beginning. I think he had a good game plan, and I'm excited to see what comes next for Quadir Albright.
Win number 7, stoppage number 7 for Quadir Albright. Thomas is now evened up at 6-6 and 3. They're 6-6 and 1. I don't know why I thought 3. See, I'm working on time. Thomas gave a good account of himself.
He did. He took some big punches. You see that swelling over that right eye. Both eyes, actually, top and bottom. Those have to, in large part, be due to those uppercuts.
Nope. Get the time on it, and I'll jump in the ring and talk to the now 7-1 Quadir